Hello, my name is Suckit. We are here in one of my many basements. It's one that we haven't seen before. This is all new down here. This is me testing Enchanted. It works now. For some reason, you do have to put 4 buckets of water in the cauldron after the first time to get it to bubble and to make the thing. But other than that, everything's working as expected. It's pretty cool. Now, these are just blocks. Some of them require being near this thing to work. Now, this thing is like the battery, and you can look up the crafting recipe. There's a quest for it and so on, and there's stuff to put on it that I haven't done quests for. And we'll fill the chalice with something, but basically, these mostly act as minor multipliers in terms of both how fast this thing will regenerate power and how much power it can hold. But most of it is coming from all this like wood and the flowers and everything else. That's how I got this all the way up to 7,000. Now, while I do wish I had gotten a usable recording of doing all that stuff, I'm going to tell you the only thing that is meaningfully different from the old classic Direwolf 20 witchery video for 1.6. Okay, not 1.16, 1.6 is the water in the cauldron. You got to put 3 buckets in the first time, and after that it's 4 times or it doesn't work. But all the books work now. And just to show the general idea, we'll take a look at a couple of the mechanics and what they can do for us. We're going to start out with the spinning wheel. This thing is pretty cool. The recipe isn't, it's not too gonzo. I don't know that we've even made any andesite alloys in this pack yet. I guess we have. I think I have a quest for that. But we'll make some shafts. And a little cogwheel from Create. And then I think we have everything else. And what we're going to be doing with this thing, we got to take it down to near the altar. Otherwise it won't work. If we were to put it down here. And let's see if we can make a normal poppet, because that's what we're doing. We're making poppets. I'm not sure which one the normal one is. Because all of them say poppet. Here it is. Okay, it's one of the purple ones. Okay, so the basic poppet, it don't do nothing. We're going to need an attuned stone. Now we have one. Okay. We're gonna need a bone needle. This is new. It's not a big deal. It's just you split a bone with some flint. All the machine grinders give you bone meal for bone, which is what I'd rather have. This, you do it by hand. It's fine. We're gonna do some stuff by hand in this pack. Okay, so it's the dull purple one that's not this one. Okay. So we should be able to just make the poppet fine, right? There's a couple different varieties, but we'd want to start with an infused poppet. You see it says required altar power 500. So we'll take an ender pearl just to demonstrate. Now we'll make another attuned stone. We're going to need some whiffs of magic. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the attuned stone. I mentioned it in the unusable video. The attuned stone you can make with just a lava bucket, diamond, and a whiff of magic, just like old times. We have an induction smelter. No reason not to use an induction smelter to easily automate the process. So that's what I've done here. It's a good, just as hot option. Now, this might be a terrible example, because I'm starting to wonder if we're maybe right on top of... oh, these guys. Okay, it's not a terrible example. You can see it doesn't work. It's just we got a surprise horn flourish. So I'll deal with these characters. I won't take this downstairs. Now, you don't have to be right up on top of this altar. This is plenty close enough. We'll put it right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put in, what was it, the stone and the pearl and the poppet. Now that it's down here with some power, it's actually going to spin and do its thing. And I think when it stops spinning, we will know it's done. At least I hope so. Okay, yeah, there we go. One infused poppet. Now the difference between the infused and the sturdy and the regular two is that the infused and the sturdy have no chance of failing. The regular one has a 30% chance of just not working. Now what we're going to do, there's any number of poppets that we can make. We are going to take an infused poppet, some anointing paste, which is the 4 seeds you get to the from the mod crafted together, and a potion of harming 2. This is going to do the same thing. It's going to spin around. And what we're going to get is a poppet that will break and save us by breaking if we get killed by magic. Now I forget if it has to be on your hotbar or just in your inventory to work, but there is another better way to deal with that. That option is the poppet shelf. You do need 4 attuned stones, which, you know, it's not like we're running a shortage of diamonds. It's really just the rowan saplings that are kind of a pinch point there. I bet we could get all the rowan saplings and so on we wanted from a create tree farm. I just don't know if that would, like, spill ants out all over the place. It's on the menu. We haven't seen an ant yet. So let's get some dark oak planks, right? Because we don't have any. Yeah, we're going to need some. Let's get rid of this stuff. What else was that? Green wool. Okay. Green wool in the middle. 1 poppet shelf. And I think this works across dimensions. We may have the opportunity to find out. And that's because we're going back to the Twilight. But, you know, you just put it down. And then, yeah, okay. So this version has 4 slots, which is fine. It's not like you can't make more shelves. And I think it's just good to go. But, I'm gonna grab a little bit of food. We're gonna head back to the Twilight and finish it up today. Now, we haven't really done much exploring in the Twilight, and we don't have to find all the different places that we want to go. I'm trying to keep this organized with all the stuff I brought on top. What we're gonna be looking for, not the Lich Tower, what is it called? The Aurora Palace? Yeah. There's gotta be one somewhere. Ah, okay. It hasn't found one in 2500. I don't know why it's only searching 2500. Let's try a Yeti cave. Okay, well. Okay. I guess we're doing some exploring. So we'll just kind of, you know, that looks like one up there, doesn't it? That looks like ice. Let's head that way. Now, just for fun, I thought we were passing by a Lich Tower anyway. I'm not going to give it the opportunity to kill us by magic, but if you're wondering where more Lich stuff came from, this is, whoa! This is where. Now, just as there are 4 of the Minotaur pyramids. There we go. Around Central Hydra, there are 4 of these Yeti caves around another central structure. In this case, that central structure is the Aurora Palace. The main feature of the Alpha Yeti is that it's kind of a fun fight, but you can, some of the drops you can make some outfits out of, and they're fun. You need to kill a couple of them to gather enough stuff, so we're just gonna run around the corners and do that, then we'll hit the central structure. Okay, that's probably plenty of Yeti fur. I don't know if these guys are small. Let's find out. They're small. Little penguins. So, this dungeon. This is the Aurora Palace. It is, at least has been. I don't know if it has changed. The Twilight Forest has been getting regular licks of paint lately. It's really beautiful up here, right? And these blocks that are all the different colors are all the same block, which is super interesting. The dungeon itself is a little samey and a little undifferentiated. There are some chests. The strat, I will tell you, to keep yourself from going absolutely gonzo mad, is these unstable ice cores blow up. And then the unbreakable blocks become breakable. So when you get up towards the top and you find you're on the wrong staircase or similar, you can get a couple of those guys to spawn and break down a wall for you. Now we'll want to take some home with us. And I'm not lighting it up because I want them to keep spawning. We are going to want to take some home with us. They're not the only mob up here. We're going to take this one home. Alright. Oh, there's another boy. We don't have one yet. We'll take him home. And we'll just move on. There are chests here and there. Not a huge amount, but they're there. And what you're kind of looking for is a bunch of actual ice on a ceiling. Okay, hopefully this parkour puzzle here is a good sign. And don't forget, as you're going, crying out loud, really? Don't forget as you're going through here that you can break through the planks. Like, you can break through the Aurora blocks if you're patient enough. It's just takes forever. Let's see, yeah. Onward and upward. Ah! Finally! The light will probably melt the ice, I don't care. I gave up on not using the light. It's so hard to find your way around in here. We'll just smash our way up here. Oh, it takes a while to get up here, folks. Okay. I see her. There she is. Now we're finally up here. So, her thing, like, protects her. That's not really a problem for us. Nice. Another lucrative trip. Let's go back home and get organized. Okay, next stop. Dark Forest. This place is annoying. The forest itself, it's just dark. Like, you run into guys. We're pretty stealthy. Thanks to our, we got our monster balls. I don't think there's any small boys in here. We're pretty stealthy. Thanks to our corral points. I do want to try to catch a bat. There's a structure in here. Well, there's 5 structures in here. This is another deal where there's like 4 surrounding structures around a central one. Central one's up there. I don't know if I walk past it. Let's see if the map will I'm like right on top of it. Let's keep going this way a little more. It's like pretty obvious. It's not the surrounding forest structures are not tall. They're underground. And there's a really obvious brick that stretches up to the surface. Alright, I don't think the map can be entirely believed in this case. I hear him! There it is. Okay, let's get rid of this map. So this structure has multiple levels. It's got some guys that we haven't seen before. That guy is actually two guys. We got them both. Somewhere in here there's a little... You're gonna have a hard time in here doing anything until you find this pedestal, which is somewhere out here. Although not apparently right here. The pedestal will sort of... Yeah, here we go. This is what we're looking for. Alright, here's the top guy of the two guys. We'll see a few of him. Here's another guy that drops armor shards that we make the night metal out of. But with one of the trophies that we've gotten so far, and we've gotten multiple of the Yeti, so we just use that. Crying out loud. Busy in here. But yeah, there's several interior levels, there's some little rooms, there's some chests to be found. And then there's one particular room that we're looking for that's probably gonna take us a while to find. Is he just frozen? I don't know what's wrong with him. Anyway. There are a few things I'm gonna want to point out as we're going through, but mostly it's just a standard issue dungeon, and you can treat it as such. Ah, and here's one of the special rooms. Now we caught one of these crabs, so we don't really need to catch a bunch more. But through there is always, at least unless something's wrong. Oh, hello. Want to catch one of him. There's usually another spawner. And this one has some chests in it. And we'll have all kinds of stuff that'll be of use to us. Now, here's a stairway down. Sometimes there's little structures back here with chests. Not this time. This time. Nice. Oop. That's a 4th level. It goes down deeper than I remember. I just realized... There we go. That these guys on the bottom are underpants goblins. Now these places are big, and it's important to note that what you're looking for may not necessarily be on the bottom floor. But, you know, they're generally pretty occupied. There's some loot to find, and there's differentiation, so it's, it's a pretty good dungeon, all things considered. Now here's a room. I didn't find this the last time I went. Last time I was here. It's pretty cool. There's some ore. There's probably some diamond in there. We're not really screaming for diamonds right now. It's fine. That was a goblin sapper. They drop TNT. They're fun. Now with our fancy pick, we don't actually have to really respect the bricks. Just have to figure out what level we're on, and we can get to where we want to go. There we go. And the kind of thinking there is that there was a big dark spot that we haven't been in, so that's probably where we want to go. Oh yeah, I can see it. It's down here. Yeah, so this boss fight is a little different. It's pretty cool. It, like, summons a whole bunch of guys in here, these Night Phantoms. And they all have special things about them. We're pretty beefy. We can probably just, like, slap them apart. Shouldn't be a big deal. There we go. Get this one. He's gone. The boss bar is a little goofy, it's fine. So this is a case of, you know, we're just overpowered for this fight. You probably are, even if you've just done the Twilight Forest immediately and saved this one for the last set that you're doing before you go deal with the trolls and the giants. Now, what we got here... And of course we do have the gas tower to deal with, but that won't be bad either. I want to get all this stuff that we can shred. Oh, phantom chest plates. We won't get theirs any. We won't see these. You can't even craft those. So let's see. Can we leave anything behind? Is there any more robbery to be done underneath these things? I don't remember. Let's see. I don't think so. I think they just come flying out from underneath. I think this stuff used to be under one of them, I think. But all that's changed. Okay, let's go home. Actually, instead of going home, we're gonna run up here to the middle real quick and just plop a waystone down. Because I don't feel like running all the way back through this place. I think the trees are... Oh no, that's fine. They don't, like, totally collapse. Oh, hello, friend. I don't have one of you. Sorry, buddy. I think there might be a way to befriend those things, or maybe there's a way planned. I don't know. Drigme will be glad to have him. This is one of those druid guys that also spawns in those... Okay. There's the tower on the map. These do have proper entrances, unlike the Lich Tower. Now, we could just get to the base of it, fly up to the top, kill the boss, go home. There's no penalty for that in this pack, except to the extent that if you've never done this and checked it out, it's actually fun. It's massive. And we'll, crying out loud. Oh, am I in... I wandered into some tar, I guess. Oh, we are full of garbage. Anyway, it's a fun dungeon. There's a ton of loot. And I'm gonna work with it until I get tired of it. But first I'm gonna go home and drop off all this stuff. And I'll show you how it works, so you can already see the gas up there. That's part of the problem with this one, is the gas blow the place up. Alright, we're back out here. Now these doors, these reappearing blocks, this is a recurring theme throughout. You're gonna do this a bunch. You will also find that there are certain areas where you can't place blocks. Hello? You're out of luck, aren't you? And you just kind of go up through all the little things that present themselves. Now this, here. You can get a bug to come out of here. And I would like to catch one. Those are infested tower planks. And I believe these borers have a drop that we're gonna be interested in. Oh, let's see, we'll just... And it, you know, when you get tired of it, you can just kinda... Here we go, here are some chests. Alright, Experiment 115. Crying out loud. I got shrunk down. Alright. Let's get out of here. I wanna... You'll do a lot of this. And there's nothing stopping you from doing some of this too, so keep that in mind. Full of mobs, and then you'll see little ghasts, and then you'll see big ghasts. And there's a little one. See ya. Alright, I would like to catch one. I want to catch one of those guys too. They can be problematic if you're not geared up. Alright. When we get to the... Just remember. Break the things. Touch the... What do you call them? Hey. Work your way up. Mind the broodlings. One thing I will say is don't just necessarily stroll by these. They're worth checking out. Never know what you're gonna find. Might be something good in... Oh! Go away. Maybe there's something good in this one. There's a mangrove sapling from the Twilight. I don't know why it's so churny. This might be Nif's spiders. Making it so laggy. We'll get through it. Okay, it's fine now. I think it was that comical number of broodlings just all getting stuck on fences. Gonna poke our way through here, get rid of all the garbage we pick up, keep the rest. There's a ton of loot in these places. Okay, a potted mushroom. We don't have one of those yet. Or a twilight mushroom anyway. And in here we have what? A wither rose? That's an orange tulip. Alright, that's fine. Now this is the first four-way room. This is where we're trying to go. These hourglass shapes represent little keys that we're going to have to go find. You will be unsurprised to know that the way you find those is by going in here, cleaning out some mobs, and seeing if there are any chests with keys in them. Now this one is pretty desiccated, and it doesn't look like the mechanism that one would normally use to open this chest is here. That's okay. What we can do is use our touch pull. Get the block out of there. There don't happen to be any keys in here. That's fine. There probably aren't any more up here. But it's worth a look, and that's one of the reasons why... Oh, we should get projectile light back on. It's one of the reasons why I come up here with a jetpack as often as possible. Alright, a little farther up. Here's one of the mechanisms. It's a sticky piston. It just pulls the block pulls the block back so you can get in here. Here's one of the keys. It's helpfully labeled Tower Key. Anyway, when you get tired of it, and you will, you might not. If you've never done it, it's actually a lot of fun. I'm just making jokes. You can come all the way up here, and if you take a look around, you'll notice a couple of things. You'll see the boss spawner, and you'll see these contraptions, right? We're gonna spawn in the boss and see if we can't... There he is, he's a big boy. We're gonna see if we can't get his attention. He does a number of different things. And he's loud, oh my gosh. Okay. I don't even know if we're really hurting him. We did hit him once. These guys we can just take care of, I think. So that noise is like a trap, right? We might be able to trap this guy up in this. There we go. Yep. We're just standing on the pressure plate. And remember, we're well protected from magic. If we weren't, that might have been the end of us. So let's see. We'll just take our magnet off and throw something on it. Oh, there's bound to be another one around somewhere. I don't know if they only work once. Oh no, it's working again. It may have just been a question of getting her close enough. The other option is you could just literally, like, fly up here and turn to self-heal. See, she, like, regens and it's kind of a pain, but it's not undoable if you don't feel like messing with the trap. The trap's fun, though. Like, you saw that. Yeah. So let's, a little hard to get a solid hit in even from here, but these guys are not helping. It's awful loud, so we'll just deal with it. Alright, there we go. Now, if you're not careful, you can range. It's got a bunch of gas drop, just not the one we wanted. If you're not, you know, even if you are careful, you can range pretty far afield of where you want to be. And you're awfully high up. We're above the cloud layer, and the twilight is farther up than you might expect. The ground level is down all the way here at, like, almost 0. The underground is not too big. Alright, now the last thing is the giants and the, I guess this is as far out as I'm going to be zooming. Oh, nope, I'm going to crash it. The giants and... I'm hitting every possible wrong button. The giants and the trolls. Which, you know, the end of that isn't finished. It's not particularly... You know, it's cool. We'll probably check it out. But there's nothing there that you know, there's not a lot of chests down there, for instance. I think that's kind of about do it for this time, folks. So, you know, I don't know what we're going to do next time, but between episodes, I will definitely be working more on the Enchanted questline, and we'll see what's next. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.